again. Is everybody, I think we may be missing a couple. Well, you're going to come right back. Okay. So we're going to continue on with the rest of the agenda, but we do have a special guest here today, and that's Blanca Vazquez. Oh, no, actually, no, we actually have another commissioner that has joined us for a few minutes today, and his name is Michael Naft. He's in the back of the room. He's coming forward. If we can give him a round of applause, he'd like to say a few words.
Well, good morning, everybody. I just had to stop by and thank you all once again this year, especially this year for taking one more extra session of education and training than you do typically on the every other year cycle. I'm Michael Naft. I'm the County Commissioner for District A, and that means a lot of you I get to work closely with in Paradise, Enterprise, Spring Valley, Searchlight, and Laughlin. And for everybody else, I just want to thank you so much. This was the first meeting I actually attended last year at right in this room after being sworn in. And in that last year since, I've really been inspired by the town boards, by your commitment and dedication. You are on the front lines, and that's so valuable to us as we're making decisions to improve our communities. So thank you very much. Thank you for taking the time. Alex, you all know Tiffany from my office, and I hope you'll call on me if I could ever be of service. Thank you.
All right, so looks like we're gonna be out of here maybe a few minutes earlier than we thought. If that means I'm gonna make my presentation a little bit quicker. Megan's gonna be after me, and I think Megan's presentation is really the most important. I've talked to a couple of my town board members, and in the past we always felt like the zoning component of our training could probably be a little bit better. So I promise you, when Megan comes in after me, you're gonna probably get a zoning education more in detail than you have in the past. So I'm just going to go over a couple of things. I'm going to go over our website, and then I'm also going to go over a little bit over GIS. Not too much, but definitely enough to make you a little dangerous. So grab my notes. So there are a couple of things on our website. I'm going to tell you now that just do better depending on your internet browser. There are a couple things that do better in Chrome, and there are a couple things that just function better in Internet Explorer. So I'm going to start on the Chrome aspect. And that's just really the main web page. If you are interested in following up on an item that went before your town board, and you wanted to watch either the PC or the BCC agenda item, you want to do that in Chrome. The video is just better quality, it comes up faster, and there isn't any interruptions. So if you haven't done it before, the way you find it is, of course, go to clarkcountynv.gov, and then right on the side is meeting agendas. And you will see here under upcoming events, if you're looking at watching it live, and then in the week that it happens, all of the agendas would be listed here. So of course, this coming up week is Town Board Week, so we don't have any BCC or PC agendas. If you wanted to look at an agenda or a meeting that took place in the past, you would go to either Clark County Planning Commission here, where they're all listed, or you would go to the Clark County Zoning Commission. So this was something that we covered last year on our individual town board agendas. Right after you see the recap of each item, we have a PC date or a BCC date. That BCC date, just make sure you go to the Clark County Zoning Commission. So I've always found that in my PC, either at work or at home, this option here, the video, is really the best option to choose when watching a video.
2020.
Again, this is all in Chrome.
Good morning, Commissioners. The first item on the agenda is public
If you were
comments.
interested only in one particular item,
I'm gonna,
you would
before
just
we go to
scroll
public
here
comment,
to
I'm
look
gonna
for the
kind
item,
of give you the lay of the land.
and
I
you
know I
can
have
go directly to it. and
7, which
it
can be
would
heard
take
together.
you
Item
to that
36,
item.
CC 19928,
So,
amended
just
zone
that's
change
just
to
kind of a
reclassify
quick
3.8 acres from R2 medium density residential.
And the same thing is for our Planning Commission meeting. So again, Planning Commission videos are here, and we have them listed the same way, and you can go directly to the actual item. And then, of course, on this site, we also have the full agenda, and then since it's a past meeting, we also have the notice of final action. So if you're interested to see what happened on a specific item at the BCC or PC, it would be listed in the notice of final action. So that's pretty much everything that we've got that I would recommend you go to Chrome on. So on Internet Explorer, we're going to cover the rest of our individual town board and Citizens Advisory Council website. And if you're interested in looking at information there, you would first go to the departments, administrative services, under divisions, there's a drop-down menu, scroll down to town and liaison services. And this is our website. So a few of the important pages you're going to be looking at is, I'm going to start at the bottom, town board information. And this is where you find all of the information for your respective town boards. So we have them listed in urban towns and rural towns. Also, if you have someone that's interested in serving on the town board, we've put the application here on the bottom. So I'm going to go to Paradise because I'm the liaison for Paradise. All of the town boards, urban and rural, are all listed the same. So all of the information you'll see on Paradise, you'll find the information for all of their 18 town boards. So here you'll see that we've got the information on where we meet. We've got a meeting location, so a map. If there's someone that's interested in attending a town board, shoot them to this website and they can get a Google map to know exactly where to find us. And then we also have the township boundaries. So if you're interested to kind of see where your boundaries start and end, we've got that map here for you. Agenda posting locations, and then of course we've got all of our agendas, our minutes, and then our audio. Now, our audio isn't as sophisticated as
There we go.
it's just
What is it? 705? 707.
of course, it's just the audio. So if folks are interested that wanted to hear a past meeting, you can point them to this page here. As Alex mentioned earlier, we've had some legislative changes, so we have at least 18 months of our past meetings located on this page. We also list out our town board members, our secretary contact information, the commissioners that represent the township that we represent, and then your liaison information, and then of course the Paradise bylaws that you pass once every 2 years. So that's all the town board information. We also have secretary resources. So your secretaries are very familiar with this particular item here, and so they go to it often to pull up information they need. And then we have the town board resource manual. So here, this portion here is the 2019 annual training. As we mentioned earlier today, we are filming today, and so you see a lot of your peers aren't here today. So what the liaison's going to do on Monday is call them and tell them you're going to have to take a look at the training video that we filmed. This is the 2019 training that we provided early last year. Give us a couple of weeks. We'll make sure to download everything that we've filmed today, and we'll get it into the same format that you see here today. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit shorter, but it's going to really follow the agenda that you see in front of you. So I've been doing this gig for a while. And so when I first started, we didn't play around with the internet a lot. And so instead of providing a resource manual online, we used to give you a book that was about 5 or 6 inches thick. And it was mostly open meeting law and Nevada ethics. And so now what we've done is we've just formatted all on a resource manual here. So what you'll see is just information that's eventually going to be important to you. If you have a question, we've probably thought of it and we've put it in this resource manual for you. So we've included an overview of all of Clark County, your bylaws, secretary duties, budget procedures, planning procedures, all of this information here. Megan's going to go over here in a bit. County departments and services, obviously you're going to be dealing with issues that affect not only the zoning department, but other departments in the county. So we've kind of thought about that, and we feel like building department, comprehensive planning, community resources for CDAC information, parks and recreation. You often have parks plans that go in front of you. So we've had that all here in front of you so that it's available to you. References and resources. We've kind of thought of everything that you would possibly need, and we've included that here, including a lot of our commission district maps. I'm going to go back to this one here in a second. But here, Steve Swikert just spent some time going over open meeting law. So here we've got links directly to the Clark County ethics laws and policies, Nevada ethics and government, and then the Nevada revised statutes and Clark County ordinances. And then the entire open meeting law. So these are all direct links to other sites, so we don't have to update them anymore. As soon as they get updated on other sites, they update here. And then we also have running a successful meeting. So for you chairs and vice chairs, we do have some cheat sheets here for you that you guys can take a look at. This last item here, rules to keep order. For you new chairs and vice chairs, if you're a little nervous about running the meeting, we have a step-by-step procedure here that I know a couple of my town boards, they actually print it out and they keep it right by them so that they make sure that they open up the meeting correctly and they follow these procedures. As long as you follow these procedures, you're running a meeting the way you're supposed to. So that's just a good tool for chairs and vice chairs to have. Oh, I just exited completely out of it. So let me get back to it. So I'm going to go over GIS here in a second. How many of you have actually accessed our open web? Okay, so you know how to get to parcels, you know how to get there by using the address or a name. Good. So we've made it also a link on our webpage. Now this is what I recommend you all use in Open Door. It's just more, I'm sorry, not Open Door, Internet Explorer. So town and liaison services, town board information, and then the resource manual. So we have offered a link that goes directly to Internet Explorer and it opens up your open web. So under the search option, you have several different ways of researching a parcel. You can either do it by the parcel number, by the owner, if you have that information, the site address, or cross streets. And you would just submit that information here, depending on what information you have. I think I went ahead and, yeah, I'm going to do this one by parcel, just in a quick example. You don't have to enter any dashes. So when you click on the parcel, you've got several options available to you. You have your zoning classification and your planned land use. You have a legal description of the parcel. You can find out more about the ownership history and then have the recorded documents available to you. Elected officials for that particular parcel if you're interested in finding out who they are. And then this one is pretty important. It's assessor's information, assessor's parcel map, treasurer information. If you really wanted to do research on a particular parcel, it's all here for you. I know that B had a request from somebody here today that wanted to take a look at if you had an item that was getting submitted to you and you wanted to take a look at the plans. You know, obviously you've got a few days between the time that you get your agenda and the time that you actually see the plans at public hearing. So if you're interested in doing that, you could go to the document image records and you would go to the pre-application. and you would just type in the application number, starting with the year, dash, and then the application number, and the plans and everything that's been submitted at this point would be located here. So this is going to take a bit because, as you know, plans are pretty extensive and they're just a bigger document, so it takes a while for them to load. But again, if you wanted to take a look at what the plans were, you would have them available here for you. And again, this is open web. It's available to everyone in the public. And they're available to you. So that's pretty much all I have today. If there was any other questions, yes?
How do you get to the gizmo that you're working with? Because the new gizmo that's coming in, half the time, the pin doesn't drop on the correct property, or it says that the property is incorrect.
When you do a parcel number, when you submit the parcel, or an address?
I know it's accurate information, but I'm not getting this screen anymore. It's the newer version.
So that's the difference between Internet Explorer and Chrome. Let me ask you, are you getting to something that looks like?
Were you just on IE?
Yeah, I was on Internet Explorer. That's the big difference. You have to use the Internet Explorer, and then make sure you grab it from our resource manual, because anywhere else that you grab Open Web from the Clark County Internet site, it's going to throw you onto Chrome. So we made sure that we worked with our IT folks to give our link direct access to Internet Explorer Open Web. And it's just, it's the resource manual. It's your resource manual. So yeah, we don't like the Chrome version. It's just a different version. I can't explain to you why they created that version. We don't use it. We always, yeah, I don't know that it's just not accurate, but it's just not as friendly as the Internet Explorer version. Well, you doing it on your mobile phone? Okay. Because I don't think anyone's been successful at getting Internet Explorer on your mobile phone. That all just shoots you over to Chrome. So to do the best kind of research, you have to be on a PC. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this is, like I said, our town board resource manual is for town board members, and we really feel that the town board members benefit from using Internet Explorer Open Web more than the other one. Yeah, absolutely. So we're just on a regular, okay, so how to grab Internet Explorer. 1 second, let me go back. Okay, so this is your town board resource manual is here. And then you are just gonna scroll down to the bottom under helpful links. And then you're going this first one is going to be the Chrome version, but we have made this one available to you under Internet Explorer. So once you're here, you can just click on any item and then go to link information and then scroll down to document image records. And you'd have to already have the information available, but make sure this first drop-down menu, you switch to pre-meeting applications, because it's still going in the system. That's why you have to go to the pre-meeting applications. And then here, you would just, whatever items on your agenda, just go ahead and do the year first, dash, and then the 4-digit application number. So on this one, I just put in 20, this is item number 3 on the Paradise Town Board agenda, by the way. Dash 0045, enter, and there's your plans. We also have other information available in the file folder. I mean, the application's gonna be there, the justification letter is gonna be there. That's usually mailed to you, but we never include the plans. So if you're interested in looking at that, that's gonna be there for you in the pre-application submittal. Okay, any other questions? All right, I'm done, thank you. Here comes Megan.